Sis, a long time no see. Janet, it's been a while. How have you been?
I'm fine.
I have something more important to report to you. How is Bob, your husband, doing these days?
Bob, well, he's the same as usual. What about him?
Sis, I'm sorry. I'm his lover. We are in love with each other.
Huh? What are you talking about? Bob and I are married, and you're his sister-in-law. You can't be his girlfriend, can you? If you really are in a relationship, I think you'd call it an affair. I'd call it an affair.
Huh? I'm the cheating partner. That's impossible. His true love is me. You're just his wife, and he doesn't love you at all. I'm his true love, not a flirt.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to get into it, so let's just say you're his true love. What do you, his true love, have to report to me?
Of course I have something to tell you. I contacted you because I have a favor to ask. I'll get straight to the point. I want you to leave him. Get a divorce. Because of you, we are both in trouble.
Huh? What did I do? You're the one who stole from me without permission, aren't you? I don't deserve to be called a nuisance.
It's because an old ugly woman like you is clinging to him forever. We want to get married, but we can't. Don't get in the way of us loving each other.
You're going to be an old lady sooner or later. You shouldn't talk like that.
You're so annoying with your old lady sermons. Besides, I'm pregnant now. It's his baby.
Is it true?
There's no way I would lie about something like this. I'm 8 months pregnant right now. If you don't divorce him soon, this baby will be a fatherless child. The child is innocent. Don't you feel sorry for the baby? Besides, he is a company president, rich, and lives in a big mansion. A young, beautiful, fashionable girl like me would be perfect for him. If there was an old lady like you beside him, he will be unhappy. Sis, you should quickly let him go.
I understand what you mean, Ellen. You're right. The child is innocent. I'll talk it over with him right away, so can you give me a minute?
Okay. In exchange, you'll definitely divorce him. I'll only wait a little bit.
Have you contacted Ellen lately?
Huh? I haven't.
She just dropped me a message. It's useless to berate me. She told me. She says she's pregnant with your child.
Why did you... I told her I'd tell you. Why would she tell you?
How would I know about that? I'm the one who wants to hear it. You know how old she is?
Oh, well, I think she's 25.
She is 24. Bob, you're 45. She wasn't even born when you became an adult. How could you have an affair with a girl the same age as your child? How can you do that? You must be sick. You can't live without cheating, can you? And I can't believe you would even go out with my sister. Have you forgotten that the last time you cheated on me, you said it would never happen again?
No, that's what I remember, but it was just an impulse. Maybe I'm really sick.
Do you think you're kidding me? I said I'd divorce you if you did it again.
It was my fault. I won't cheat on you ever. Please don't just divorce me.
You're right. You're the CEO of a company. If it gets out that you, the CEO of a company, had gone out with a girl over 20 years younger than you and she is a sister-in-law and that you got divorced, your credibility would be ruined. You would lose all your business partners, especially the chairman of the biggest client doesn't like that kind of dishonesty. He never forgives anyone who cheats or betrays others. He can never forgive them and he doesn't want to see them again. If he finds out, it could be the end of your company, right?
You're right. So please, don't divorce me.
Huh? Then what about Ellen? She's 8 months pregnant, so she has to have the baby, right?
I'll take care of that.
What do you mean? Maybe you'll just recognize her and give her child support?
Isn't that the only way?
You scumbag. She is my sister. Either way, you're being disloyal. I'm sure the chairman will abandon you. I'm so tired of this. She's pregnant, so you should take responsibility. Why don't you take responsibility and marry Ellen? Don't worry, I'll agree to the divorce.
What? No. Divorce is not good for me.
Why? If it's an amicable divorce, you won't be bothered, will you?
What?
As long as it doesn't get out that you cheated on me, right? I'll give you a good reason and pretend it's an amicable divorce. So why don't you get married before the baby is born? No alimony. no property division in exchange. And if you do me one more favor, that's it. What do you think? Don't you think that's a good deal?
What? Really? You'll divorce me on those terms? You don't have the advantage.
There's the benefit of getting rid of the cheating husband. How many times have you done this? I'm sick of hearing from the mistresses. Our kids are grown. They've grown up and living their own lives. It's time for us to break up. Let's just take what we have on our own and call it a day.
Are you serious? Are you sure? No, wait. What the hell is this do me one more favor thing? You're not a bad guy, are you?
No, not at all. Just don't contact the person you're cheating on me with until my divorce is final.
What? That's it? That's all it takes to get a divorce?
Yes. If you want to hide the affair, you should leave as little evidence as possible. After the divorce, you can do whatever you want. So, what are you going to do? Are you getting a divorce or not?
I'm getting a divorce. I'm getting a divorce. I'll divorce you if I can hide the affair. Thank you for everything. I'm sorry I've been so selfish. I'm really grateful to you, Janet. Let's both move on with our new lives and be happy.
Okay. On your way home, go to the city office and get the divorce papers and write them down. I'll write the rest and send them to you.
Okay, I'll do it. Thank you.
I need to check something.
It's sooner than I thought. I can't believe you acted so quickly, big sister. You're so understanding and really helpful. You contacted me right away, which means you're divorcing him, right? So, when are you getting a divorce?
Before that, let me ask you something. Ellen, do you know that you committed adultery?
What are you trying to say?
It means that you made a move on a man who has a wife.
I know that, but I don't think it was my fault. The man I fell in love with happened to be married to someone else. That can't be helped, can it?
You're thinking very selfishly, aren't you?
Maybe that's what you want to think.
Legally, you're not allowed to take away someone who's married. My husband and you cheated on me, and that's why I'm divorced. I need you to clean up your mess.
Settlement? Does that mean I have to pay?
You're more perceptive than I thought. Do you know what alimony is? That's what I want you to pay.
I understand.
You're so understanding.
How about $50,000?
$50,000? That's a big number.
I don't know what the going rate is, but, well, I can afford $50,000 and I'm sure you would agree. Your husband, who is a rich CEO, left you. I'll pay you $50,000 and you'll spend your old age miserably. I'll pay you $50,000. You can get divorced as soon as possible.
You're not only understanding, but also generous. That's a big help to me. Are you sure you're okay with paying $50,000?
It's no problem at all. He is the president. He can afford it, can't he? I'll pay it with the power of love between us.
Oh, I see. Well, since you offered it to me, I'll take it without hesitation. Of course, you'll pay me in one lump sum, right? If we split it up, you'll be stuck with me for years, right? You don't want that, do you?
Of course I don't want that. If you get divorced, don't ever show your face in front of him again.
Then it's decided. Alimony must be paid in one lump sum. I'll send you a settlement agreement stating that. Can you just sign it and send it back to me? Then I'll divorce him right away.
Okay, I'll write it and send it to you the same day I get it. So get divorced as soon as possible, sis.
Okay. Well, I got the settlement papers today, so as promised, I filed for divorce right away. Now we're strangers.
Yay! Thanks, sis. Then we can get married, right? Thank you so much for letting go of the rich CEO. You're too understanding, sis. I don't know if I should say this, but you're too good-natured for your own good, aren't you?
Do what you want with the rest.
Thanks. Because of me, you're going to have a hard life. I'm sorry for that. You've gone from being the company president's wife to an old lady. I hope you'll spend your alimony money well for your old age.
Oh yeah, speaking of alimony, I've been wondering if I could ask you a question.
Oh, you have a question? I can't help it. Okay. You're just a sad old lady who was left by a rich husband. I'll answer any questions you have.
Okay, thank you. Let me ask you something. How are you going to pay the $50,000 alimony? You said you and Bob would pay it with the power of love. He doesn't have any money.
Again? Bob is a company president, you know. You're kidding.
It's not just money. He doesn't even have anything that could be converted into money. He's broke. With all due respect, I don't think you have any money either. I was just wondering how you could plan on paying for it.
Huh? I know you're shocked that Bob left you. You're not making any sense. I can tell right away that you are lying. Even if it's true that he doesn't have any money, he has such a big house and a luxury car. If the need arises, he can sell them and get a lot of money out of them.
The car and the house are mine, in my name. They're not his. That's why he can't sell them.
Huh?
This is the 5th he's cheated on me. I tried to divorce him each time. He cries, he apologizes, he clings to me. Then he shouldn't have cheated on me. He is sick. Every time he cheats on me, he gives me his property.
What? What do you mean he cheated on me 5 times?
What? You didn't know? Well, there's no way he'd tell you something so inconvenient. He's had a lot of flings in his life. Like you, they contacted me and asked me to divorce him.
Huh? You're kidding. He said I'm the one.
But they weren't as serious as you. The second cheating woman gave up when I asked her to pay alimony. The third cheater realized he had no money. She left on her own. I said to the 4th cheater, "You're still young. You don't want to ruin your life with an old man who doesn't have anything." She woke up and told me she was sorry and that she was leaving him. It's natural to think that it's not worth it to have an old man who's lost everything, right?
Wait a minute. What do you mean he has no money? I haven't heard anything about it.
So he's cheated on me 4 times now. He gave me all of his money as alimony for cheating on me. The first time it was all his savings from when he was single. The second time he sold his watches, jewelry, and other precious metals. With the third, he gave me his car and his savings after we got married. For the 4th, he changed the house in my name. Of course, he took care of the mortgage. If he divorces me, he would have nothing left. His monthly income, the house, and the car loan. He's a vain and spendthrift person. He has no savings.
What? Huh? You're kidding.
Nope, it's true. I got his savings after marriage when he had his 3rd affair. He always tried to spend all the money he earned. I managed his paycheck and built up our savings. After I got that as alimony, I didn't do it. He doesn't even know what a savings account is. Even the savings from his single days he gave me from the 1st affair was tiny.
Huh? Why didn't you tell me that he didn't have any money like you did before?
We are sisters. I'm tired of it too. You said you wanted to marry him so badly. I decided to divorce him, that's all. I'm also angry at you for trying to steal your sister's husband.
Then how am I supposed to pay $50,000 in alimony? I thought he would pay it for me.
That's why I'm asking you that. You promised me a lump sum. I won't accept installments or anything like that now. You have to pay it in one lump sum, even if you have to borrow money. By the time your kid is in middle school, he'll be retired. By the time your child reaches adulthood, he'll be nearly 70 years old. You're buying an old man in exchange for $50,000.
Impossible! 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 I don't want him. I'll return him to you.
He's non-returnable. I don't care if you guys get married or split up, as long as you wire me the alimony in one lump sum.
Oh no.
Then I'll be waiting for the payment. I'm cutting ties with you now, so I'll block your WhatsApp too.
Sis, wait a minute.
Janet? Ellen got really mad and called me. What did you say to her? She even said she can't marry me after all. What the hell is going on?
I only asked for alimony. I told her that since she stole you from me, she should pay me the alimony. She offered me $50,000 for the P.
What? $50,000? There's no way she has that kind of money.
She was going to make you pay it.
Huh? Me?
So I told her you have no house, no car, no savings. That's all.
Huh? You're right, I don't have any money, but the house and the car are mine.
Huh? Perhaps you forgot. You gave them to me as compensation for cheating on me. I changed the name of the car and the house. I let you use the car and you still live in the house. Did you think they were yours?
Oh.
You're such an idiot. All you think about is having an affair, right? I'll tell you why I divorced you without any property division and without any alimony. Because I have nothing more to squeeze out of you. I'd lose money if I got a share of my property.
No, wait. Wait a minute, Janet. Let's talk about it again. Let's do it right.
There's nothing to talk about. We're divorced. We're strangers. And Ellen asked me not to see you again after the divorce. You're going to marry her, right? Why don't you think of a way to make her happy without money?
No, seriously, wait. There's no way she'll pay $50,000 in alimony.
She says she'll pay it. She also decided the amount, so don't ask me.
Why? Why did this happen?
She promised to pay the alimony in one lump sum. I'll ask for it as soon as possible.
Oh no.
I'm moving out soon. My daughter and her husband in LA want me to come live with them. So I'm selling my house, my car, everything. I'm moving to LA.
What? LA? When did my daughter get married? She's in LA now?
Oh, you have no idea. When your own daughter was studying in LA, you enjoyed having an affair with the first one. She found out about the affair. She didn't want you at her wedding, so she didn't invite you. Even now she says, I cut off my relationship with you. By the way, my son is also married and just recently had a baby. Did you know that?
Oh my god.
You got what you deserved. Well, good luck with raising a baby. Okay, bye. Bob called me and texted me several times. I blocked him and refused to receive any calls. Because I didn't want him to come to my house, I sold my house and decided to stay in a hotel until I left for LA. I sold the house and the car for a very good amount of money. I enjoyed a luxurious hotel life. Bob and Ellen had a big dispute about alimony. He told her to take care of the $50,000 alimony by herself. Ellen was furious and stormed into the company and revealed all about the affair. The biggest client gave up on him. The employees began to look at him with disdain. It seems that it was no longer a matter of alimony. I'm sure everyone around him was very upset because he had an affair with his sister-in-law. How will this settle things now that they are going to have a baby? I don't know, since they are no longer related to me. I moved to LA without any troubles. Thanks to my daughter and her husband, every day is fresh and fun. I still have a lot of money to spare. I'm just going to chill for a while.
Hey, are you seriously getting married?
Yeah, but what's going on?
What's going on? That's my line. What the hell do you think you're doing, not even telling me your mother? Don't you disrespect me like this.
Why are you being mad? By the way, how did you know I was getting married?
Because I received the invitation.
Huh? But I didn't send any.
Even if you say that, it still arrived. That's why I messaged you today.
There's no way I would send an invitation to the family I've cut off ties with. Besides, I didn't even intend to invite you to the wedding.
Then what is this about? Are you trying to say it was sent by mistake or something? That's just not possible.
I think it was probably sent by my fiancé's mother. But I explained my relationship with you to her. I told her that we were no longer in contact and that I was not inviting you to the wedding. But she insisted that we are still family no matter what. And I would regret it if I don't invite you. I thought she didn't seem convinced. And it looked like I was right. I think that's why she sent it without my permission. It's not my decision, so you can just ignore it. Just throw away the invitation.
Oh, okay then. I'm glad that we don't have to attend your wedding. I don't consider you as my daughter. You are such a failure. Why did someone as beautiful as me end up giving birth to an ugly woman like you? My daughter is only the adorable Luna.
Yeah. I'm tired of hearing it. I was a failure because I looked like my father and was bad at academics. And my sister is a perfect daughter because she's beautiful and has good grades, just like you.
That's right. And Luna is trying really hard. Luna graduated from medical school and became a doctor at the big hospital. Do you even understand how difficult that is? You're no match for her.
Yeah, I get it. Ever since I was a little girl, you always compared me to my sister. The difference in treatment was huge too. You have no idea how hard it was for me.
I don't care.
I remember one time you gave me a piece of bread while you made a sandwich for my sister. I wanted to eat that sandwich too. The same with clothes. My sister always wore brand new, cute dresses and such. I could only wear used clothes given to me by relatives, faded and with small holes. I wished I could have at least worn my sister's old clothes. You never once let me wear my sister's clothes because you thought they were too good for me. I wanted to dress up too. I was so jealous. You told me I shouldn't finish high school because it was a waste of money, so I should be working right away. But I decided to pursue my schooling with a scholarship that included dormitory accommodation. Meanwhile, you paid all my sister's tuition, right?
So what? I only consider Luna as my daughter. What's wrong with showering love on my only daughter? To a woman as ugly and stupid as you, it's a waste to give you any affection. I don't care if you get married. I won't help you with a single penny.
Don't worry. I'm not going to depend on you from the beginning. You're still the same. That's why Dad left you, you know.
Excuse me? What do you mean by that?
I mean it as it is. Dad always treated me and my sister equally. Dad kept telling you to stop favoring my sister. He warned you many times, but you never listened at all. Dad got fed up with you, so he divorced you at the same time I left home. How can you call me a failure when you had a failed marriage?
That's enough. How could you disrespect me like this? Who do you think you're talking to? Don't you ever talk like that to me when you failed as my daughter. Ugh, talking to you just gets me irritated. I'll never go to your wedding. Even if you have a child, I won't recognize that child as my grandchild.
You don't have to do any of that. I'll explain our situation again to my fiancé's mother. Well then, goodbye.
I really can't believe your sister. So I got a wedding invitation from Ella, and I went to the trouble of messaging her to tell her that I wasn't going. You know what she said? She said I have a failed marriage. Can you believe she said that to me?
Seriously? What kind of jerk she is? Mom, you shouldn't care about what she says. She's not our family anymore.
You are right, honey. You are my one and only perfect daughter.
Ella is being cocky just because she's getting married. She's just an ugly woman after all.
Right? She's so cocky. Talking to her really irritates me.
I know, right? I wonder where she gets all that attitude with that ugly face. I can't believe she disrespected you like that. I mean, is it true that she's getting married?
I can't believe it either. But since I got the invitation, I think it's true. A man who marries an ugly woman like that must be really ugly. Or a bald guy, right? I mean, I can't believe she's getting married before you.
Yeah, I got it. I came up with a great idea. I'm gonna crush Ella's wedding. And totally messed up the wedding.
That's a good idea. But how?
How about crushing the wedding in morning clothes? I'm not invited, but I'm still her sister. I think they'll have to let me in. If a relative in morning clothes suddenly appeared, I think the wedding will be ruined. I bet the groom will get shocked and might cancel the wedding. They might break off the engagement on the spot. Maybe I could comfort the groom and snatch him from Ella. What do you think, Mom? Sounds fun, right?
That's my daughter. That sounds like a perfect plan. You will definitely cause chaos. Let's totally miss out Ella's wedding.
Just as I thought, Mom. You understand me. Actually, all my managers took the day off that day. So I could probably skip half a day without getting caught. I'll sneak out of the hospital and crush the wedding.
Perfect. But what if they don't let you in? I'll contact Ella on the day of the wedding just to be sure. I will tell her that you will be attending, so she should reserve a seat for you.
Yeah, it will be a waste to go and not get in. That's a good idea, Mom.
Alright then. Make sure to see the look on her stupid face.
I will. Leave it to me, Mom.
Finally, today is the wedding. I'm sorry I can't make it, but I hope you'll enjoy this once-in-a-lifetime occasion to the fullest. Congratulations to you!
What? You're scaring me all of a sudden.
Scared of what?
You were weirdly nice to me. I can't help but think there's more to it than that.
What? That's rude. What's wrong with celebrating my daughter's wedding?
I'm telling you this because I don't need you to congratulate me. Or are you up to something?
Wow, seriously? You really don't know how to respect your mother. Whatever. Anyway, I contacted you because I had something to tell you.
I knew it. What is it?
I won't be at the wedding today. So, Luna will be attending in my place. She's busy, so I'm sure she'll be late.
What? I didn't know that. I didn't even send an invitation to her.
What? Luna is your sister. Why don't you just make a seat for her, even if it's on the day of the wedding? She's trying to make up for my absence. Unlike you, she's very kind. She takes time out of her busy work schedule to come here. You should be grateful.
I never asked for it, though. Coming to an uninvited wedding on the day. Are you really up to something?
That's for you to find out. Anyway, make sure to prepare a seat for Luna. Or else, there will be consequences.
Alright then. I'll have the venue stuff and the receptionist add her name. Just to make sure. Does my sister know who my fiancé is?
Why would she know? Like I said earlier, she's busy, you know. Of course, she doesn't care who you're married to.
Oh, really? Poor thing. Mom! Help!
What? Aren't you in the middle of a wedding right now? I bet everyone was so surprised to see you there. I wish I could have seen Ella's stupid face.
Mom, that's not what I'm talking about. Why is this happening?
Hold on, calm down. What exactly happened?
I might get fired from my job. I don't know what to do.
Hey, calm down, sweetie.
How can I calm down? Ella is married to the son of our director.
What? No way! That's a lie!
There's no way I'd make such a ridiculous lie. Why is Ella marrying the director's son? I didn't know anything about that. Why didn't you tell me, Mom?
I didn't know that either. Does being the director's son mean that he will be the next director of the hospital?
Exactly. I don't understand what's going on. Now I know why most of the managers at my work took the day off. Everybody's here. Not just the managers, but all the higher management. And most of the hospital executives are here. My boss and some of my seniors are here too.
What? Oh my god, that's bad.
It's worse than bad. When I showed up at the wedding, they didn't say anything directly to me. But instead, they all looked at me and whispered at each other, or looked at me with disdain, or laughed at me. I couldn't bear it. So I ran out of the wedding hall and left the venue in hurry. What should I do? I can't forget the way everyone looked at me. I can't go to work tomorrow. And my bosses, they'll definitely scold me, right? No, it might be more than a scolding. They know I've been skipping work. I may not be able to continue being a doctor anymore.
Oh no.
What should I do? I've been getting a ton of calls from my bosses. I'm scared to answer them. What should I do, Mom?
I don't know. Even if you say that, I don't know what to say. First of all, I didn't even go to the wedding. You planned all of this. You brought this upon yourself, so you deal with it.
What? But Mom, you were over it, weren't you? You were supportive when I said I'd go to the wedding in morning clothes, right? And now you're telling me it's all my plan? It's your fault for contacting me about Ella's wedding in the first place, right? Mom, do something about this.
Shut up! It's not my fault. You did everything on your own. Anyway, I had nothing to do with it.
What? I can't believe this. You're going to abandon me? I have no one else to rely on but you, Mom. I can't trust anyone anymore.
Ella, please contact me right away. Hey, are you reading this? Don't ignore me. Seriously, answer your phone.
What's going on? It's my wedding day. What does a mother who won't even attend her own daughter's wedding want with me?
Hey, I've been trying to reach you multiple times. What have you been doing all this time?
I told you what I was doing, didn't I? It's my wedding today. We finished the after party just now. I had so much fun today. I'm so happy to have everyone celebrating with me. It was a day I'll never forget. And yet, what's the deal with all these calls and messages? I've never seen so many messages and missed calls. What's your problem?
Shut up! This is the worst!
What's going on? Did something happen?
Well, when Luna got home, she didn't come out of her room. Luna's phone hasn't stopped ringing either. I think it's her boss trying to contact her. She's not answering her phone and just ignoring them. I think she's really going to lose her job.
Well, she's really made a fool of herself in front of the director and the other managers. I mean, even her boss and coworkers. You told me that Luna was coming, but I never imagined she'd come in morning clothes. The director and everyone at work saw that, didn't they? Isn't it crazy? Sorry, but I couldn't help laughing.
So, what Luna said is true? You're married to the director's son?
That's right. My husband will be the next hospital director.
How that happened?
I work for a pharmaceutical company. And that's how I met him.
Why didn't you tell me that before? If I'd known this before, none of this would have happened.
I've cut ties with you and Luna. So why do I have to inform you about it? Even if I had, you wouldn't have believed me anyway. I know you will say stuff like, "Liar, are you the desperate for attention?" I'll confirm with my own eyes if you're lying. And you would have burst in anyway.
That's...
The fact remains that you and Luna tried to ruin my wedding. At that point, you're not considered as my mother.
So you don't care what happens to Luna? Luna is hurt because of you. She finally became a doctor, you know. What will you do if Luna can't go to work?
I don't know. It's her own fault, isn't it?
What? Don't say such cold things. You're the only one who can do something about it. You can say that you asked your sister to prank the guests. Explain to everyone that you planned all this.
I don't want to. Why do I have to do something like that?
Why? It's for your sister's sake. You should do something for your family.
Now you're telling me that we're a family? You've never cared about me. Not even once. Why should I lie to you and your sister? I don't like lying, so I refuse.
What? Who do you think you are? You ungrateful child, forgetting all I've done for you.
Say whatever you want. I have hated you a lot, and yeah, I've never been grateful to you.
What?
Besides, there's no point in lying now. I've already spilled everything.
Spilled everything?
After she ran away, they asked me what kind of relationship I had with her. I told them that she was my sister, but I cut off ties with her. Then I talked about my childhood. When I told them about the mistreatment I received from you both, they all cried and felt sorry for me.
What?
After seeing Luna like that, they all readily believed me. Well, I only told them the truth. It seems like my mother-in-law wanted me to reconcile with you and Luna. But I guess she realized it was too much to ask now. She cried and apologized for sending the invitation without my consent. She was doing it out of the kindness of her heart. I appreciated her intentions. I never really thought of you as a mother. From now on, I'll just consider my mother-in-law as my mom. I got off topic. Well, that's the situation. You have to do something about Luna.
There's nothing I can do. You're the only one who can fix this. What will you do if Luna can't work? If Luna loses her job, it's your fault, okay?
How is that my fault? I didn't invite her to the wedding in the first place. She showed up in morning clothes out of nowhere. And it's just all her colleagues and bosses saw that.
It's all your fault. It's because you decided to have a wedding. It's your fault for keeping a secret about your partner. Despite being an ugly daughter, you ruined everything. Do you think you can just mess up our lives like this?
What a stupid accusation. This conversation is going nowhere. I'm tired. I think we're done here. Oh, and make sure to tell Luna this. My father-in-law, the director, is furious with her. I'm sure she won't be able to find a place at work tomorrow.
Oh no. That's right. Even if she messed up at her current workplace, she can always move to another hospital.
But will anyone else hire her? It's a small world. Word will get around. I feel sorry for you.
What do you mean?
You've always favored her and spent so much money on her. I can't believe she ruined her career like this.
You're joking, right? Surely it's not that bad.
I wouldn't lie about something like this. She tried to ruin her boss's wedding. Of course, her career is now over. Can't you even understand that?
I didn't know you were marrying the director's son. Please, I'm begging you. I'll do anything. Just help us. If Luna loses her job, my life will...
Oh yeah? You rely entirely on Luna's income. After all, you are not worried about her. You were worried about yourself. I feel sorry for Luna too. But I don't work at my husband's hospital. I try not to meddle in business matters. There's nothing I can do. You know very well that I'm useless, don't you?
Oh no. Hey, please, can't you do something? I'll get down on my knees and do anything. Just help your mother.
Mother? Don't make me laugh. Just like you never thought of me as a daughter. I never thought of you as my mother. What's the point of getting down on your knees? It's just disgusting to look at. I'm tired today, so I'm going to bed. Don't ever contact me again.
Wait, please, Ella.
I wish you two with your ugly personalities live happily ever after. Goodbye. How could you try to ruin a wedding by storming in morning clothes? You'll only make people think you're crazy, right? I can't believe they don't understand what will happen. I can only say that they are so dumb. The next day, Luna couldn't go to work and shut herself in at home. She continued to ignore her boss's calls. As a result, she got fired. Until now, my sister, who was successful in life and had a lot of pride, seems to have completely broken. My mother, who had lost her source of income, tried to get close to me in a panic. But since I have already blocked her contact information, she can't rely on anyone. She seems to be living off her savings, and the two seem to be fighting every day. Good for them. I think if they have time to fight, they should work part-time or get a job, you know? They are so miserable. Meanwhile, I have a good relationship with my mother-in-law. I am happy to finally have a mother of my own. I want to cherish this happiness that I finally have.
Hey there, sis. How are you? Hi, Ruby. What do you want? You're as cold as ever, aren't you? We're sisters. We can message each other for no particular reason. Sisters? I don't think of you as my sister. What a terrible thing to say. Why? What's wrong with me? I know you know. Huh? Oh, I get it. You're jealous of me, aren't you, sis? What? You're ugly and I'm charming and popular. Oh, you're as confident as ever. It's true. We were born from the same parents, but I really feel sorry for you. You are smart, but you are not cute at all. You don't dress well and are not attractive as a woman at all. So, what do you want? You didn't just drop me a line to diss me, did you? Oh, yes. I have something very important to tell you. What? Don't be surprised. I'm on a trip to Hawaii with your husband. Hawaii? Yeah, you must be surprised. Ken said he was going on a business trip yesterday. Did he lie? That's right. Ken and I are off to our vacation. We're going to enjoy the ocean in Hawaii. Well, Ken and I work at the same place. I had my suspicions from the beginning. So, when are you coming back? What? How many days are you going to stay? And when are you coming back? What's that? Your reaction is funny. Why? Your husband was taken away from you? You're not surprised or frustrated? Well, I'm jealous that you guys are going to Hawaii. That's not what I meant. This is the part where you cry and scream, "Give me back my husband!" What is wrong with you? You don't have to be so strong. I'm not trying to. I knew about it, so it's no big deal. What? What do you mean? I'm saying I knew about your affair with Ken. It's too bad it was not a surprise. What? You knew? You know what? Let me ask you this. Did you think you were hiding it well? You and Ken flirted with each other in front of everyone. Mom and Dad know about this too. Really? You're married too, but you don't seem to care. What do you mean? Don't tell me you're not aware of it. I thought we were dating secretly. Well, I don't care about that. I'm going to talk about the divorce and alimony as soon as you guys come home. I'm looking forward to it. What? Alimony? Are you taking money from your sister? Of course. Why are you surprised? He cheated on me. I can still file a claim for alimony. Well, okay. I'm surprised that you knew it, but it's okay. I see. Well, we're going back in 4 days. We are going to have fun. What the? You're going to enjoy it anyway, huh? We came all the way to Hawaii. We have to enjoy it. I don't have to hide it anymore. I feel great. Oh well, if you're not going to run away, that's fine. I'll see you later. Ruby. Why don't you answer your phone? Your in-laws have tried to call you many times. What are you doing? Ruby, answer me. You know, I've been getting a lot of notifications. It's that loser who lost her husband to me. What's going on? I know you were trying to be tough the other day, but I bet you're still frustrated that I took your husband away from you, aren't you? Let's talk about that later. What? Hunter is in critical condition. Hunter? You're joking, right? There's no way I'm joking about something like this. Hunter has been in the hospital for a long time because of a serious illness, right? That's right. But the last time I went to visit him, he looked fine. When was that? He had a medical emergency this morning. And you're not responding to anyone's calls. Come home as soon as possible. What? I don't want to. What? He's not in critical condition. You're just trying to get me and Ken back home ahead of schedule, aren't you? I know what you guys are trying to do. What are you talking about? We're in a really tough situation. We'll talk about your affair later. Please hurry up and come home. Yes, you're acting out. I told you it's not like that. I'm busy having fun with Ken. Don't interrupt me when I'm in the middle of a lively conversation. What are you doing at a time when your husband is dying? Oh, that's right. Sis, if you're so worried about Hunter, why don't you marry him? Huh? Don't be silly. Hunter is your precious husband, right? I don't need a sick husband. Well, in exchange, you give me Ken. You know, this is no time to joke around like this. I'm serious. I think it's a good idea to trade husbands. That's enough. If you don't come home right now, you'll regret it. Okay. I'm going to block you now. You're annoying me, sis. What? Bye! Ruby, don't hang up. Hi, Hannah. I just came back home, so I'm unblocking your number. It was the best trip I've ever had. I was with my lover, Ken. Listen up, sis. Ken and I got engaged. Please break up with him as soon as possible, sis. I know you said you were going to have a talk, but we want to be a husband and wife as soon as possible. Hannah, I understand your frustration. Don't ignore me. Shut up. What? I'm busy right now. What? I just unblocked you. Oh, I see. You're unhappy because Ken dumped you, right? I'll give you my husband instead. Hunter is a boring guy whose only merit is his work ethic. He's a good match for you, isn't he? Well, when he got sick, he had to quit his job, which was his only purpose in life. He became a really useless man. I'm sure he can at least do the housework. You should marry him. Listen, I'm at Hunter's funeral right now. What? Funeral? Mom and Dad are beyond angry and disgusted. You are not at your husband's funeral. People are talking about you. They were whispering here and there, asking why you were not here. Huh? Some of Hunter's classmates knew what was going on. Maybe a lot of people already know about you and Ken. What's going on? You're kidding, right? You should hurry back home now and apologize to Hunter and his parents. I can't believe it. I can't believe he died so soon. If you still don't believe me, why don't you go home anyway? It'll all become more evident. Oh no, is this for real? Sis, that's terrible. Why didn't you tell me earlier that Hunter was in a critical condition? What? I did. Your mother and father both called several times. You ignored them and continued your trip to Hawaii. I totally thought it was a joke. You should have told me more seriously. Then I could have come home early too. How dare you? What have you done? It's all your fault. I came back from a fun trip to Hawaii and I'm getting blamed by everyone. Don't tell me you think you're not to blame. I'm innocent. What's wrong with going on a trip with the man I'm going to marry in the future? I wish Hunter had thought of better timing. He put his wife in a difficult place. You're disgusting. I talked to Hunter's parents. They said that ever since Hunter was hospitalized, you only went to visit him once. I couldn't. I was busy with work. And by work, you mean you only work part-time, 3 days a week, for a short time. Oh, shut up. That doesn't matter now. I'm in a real tough spot right now. Dad raised his voice at me as soon as I got to the funeral hall. Mom started crying. Hunter's relatives stared at me. Why are you mad at me when you're getting such a normal reaction? That's not nice. Oh yes, about Ken. His father scolded him with an iron fist. What? Anyway, I'm getting a divorce, and I'm going to demand alimony from you and Ken. Oh, right. I don't mind. I'm going to receive Hunter's inheritance. And Ken will be promoted to CEO soon, right? Alimony is a small price to pay. I see. I think you're being very optimistic. I'm sure you'll be hearing from my lawyer soon. Okay, whatever you want. I'll take your husband. Hey sis, I have a favor to ask you. What is it? About the alimony? Is there any way to reduce it or waive it? Why? You just said the other day that alimony is nothing. I thought I could get by with the inheritance, but there was hardly anything I could call an inheritance. So? Hunter worked for a big company and was very thrifty, so I thought he had a lot of money saved up. But Hunter's sister told me his hospital stay lasted longer than expected. He had to pay a lot for his hospitalization and medical expenses. He used up almost all of it. I see. So I asked Ken to pay for it. But Ken said my ex-husband's situation is none of his business. He won't give me the money. Well, I guess that's the way it's going to be. But whatever the reason, I'll make him pay. I can't pay the alimony on my own, so I'd appreciate it if you could reduce the amount, or even waive it. Of course not. You are stingy. Yes. You work full-time. You don't have to worry about money, right? You are taking advantage of your sister who doesn't have any money. I don't want you to say that to me. I'll make sure you pay the amount I've charged you. You're terrible. We are sisters. I don't consider you as my sister. Oh my God. Sis? What the hell? It's early in the morning. I need to go to work now. Why is Ken unemployed? What? I thought he would be promoted soon. He said he was going to take over his father's company. I asked him about it yesterday, and he said he already quit the company. Oh no, you didn't know? What? Ken was supposed to take over the company, but his father decided that Ken was not the right person to take it over. So they decided on another candidate. Just a few days ago, they announced the new CEO. Who the hell? Me. What? You are the new CEO? As you probably know, I've been working for Ken's father's company for a long time, and his father relies on me a lot. He asked me to support Ken in both his private and business life, but he changed his mind. He thought it would be better to have me become the new CEO. What? I can't believe he would entrust the company to someone else. If you and Ken get divorced, you were a stranger to him. Well, we won't be relatives anymore. I guess that's how much he trusts me. Oh no! Ken wasn't happy about his decision. He submitted a resignation letter. So, when do you think you'll be able to pay the alimony? Well, I'm okay as long as you pay it on time. Have you come up with the money? What? You know I don't have any money. I see. You were relying on Hunter's inheritance and Ken's income, which is why you were able to act so big. Well, I knew that was the case. If you know, waive the alimony. That's a different story. But what's not there isn't there. I can't pay alimony. No matter how insistent you are, I'm not going to pay it. I'm sorry you couldn't get the money from me. No, I will make sure you pay. I told you I couldn't do it. I had a feeling this was going to happen, so I asked my uncle to take care of it in case it happened. What? Our uncle? Mom's older brother? I think he owns a company. That's right. Mom, Dad, and I have decided that you need to stay with him. What do you mean? You should be thanking him. You can work for him and he will send me your salary every month. From now on, you will live at your uncle's house. Why? I don't like him. He's a scary old man. I haven't liked that uncle since I was a kid. Come to think of it, he used to scold you all the time. Why are you in touch with him? He's been busy and hasn't been coming to our family gatherings for a while now. Well, it's not like you needed to know, but his company has a business relationship with my company. What? In other words, your infidelity with Ken has affected the business aspect of my family. That's one of the reasons he's willing to take care of you. Absolutely not! I can't work for my uncle. He's too strict. And his wife? Wasn't she even scarier than her uncle? Yes, she was. You'd better be prepared. No way! I can't do this! I'm not good at housework. I've never worked full-time. That's why you're being sent there. I know! Mom and Dad regret spoiling you so much. I totally understand. You didn't even take care of your sick husband. You were on vacation with your sister's husband when your husband was in critical condition. But why do I need to go to her uncle? You don't have a choice. You should go to your uncle and get a good education. I won't let you do it. I'm going back to my parents' house. Nope. Mom and Dad have no intention of accepting you. Oh no! I think it's about time our uncle arrived. What? I called him while we were chatting. Huh? You're at Ken's apartment right now, aren't you? Our uncle is picking you up soon, so get ready and wait for him. Wait a minute! You'll realize the sinfulness of what you've done when you're with your uncle. No! Hey sis, forgive me! I'll apologize for having an affair with Ken. I'll break up with him and give him back to you. I don't want him. Huh? I don't need a prick who cheats on his wife. Oh no! Well then, I know it's hard, but hang in there. I hope you can at least regain your human heart. Bye-bye. Oh no! Shortly after this, the uncle arrived at the apartment. He secured Ruby at the entrance in the nick of time as she tried to escape. When she was put into her uncle's car, she resisted and asked for help from the neighbors. But since there were rumors in the neighborhood, not a single person took her side. She was safely taken to her uncle's house. The next day, the alimony was paid, and my ex-husband also paid his alimony. Ken is unemployed and has no savings. His dad had advanced him the alimony payment. I heard he works part-time from morning to night to pay off his debt. I may have failed at marriage, but I am able to work as a CEO like this now. I am glad that I have been working hard. Ugh. Seriously? Stop calling me all the time, old lady. I don't want to hear your voice, you know. If you need something, can't you just text me? Well then, I'll just ask you here. I thought you finally came back home after so long. Did you help yourself to money from my wallet again? I just took that out to pay this month's expenses. Not for you. We can't live without it, you know. What? Don't tell me you have no savings. It's not like that, but... Well then, just take it out again. You're always so stingy, even when your daughter comes home after a long time. Besides, leaving it where it's visible is just asking for trouble. What are you talking about? Taking things without asking is just wrong, isn't it? What you're doing is no different from stealing. Where are you now? Come return it right away. I'm not doing that, obviously. You're acting all high and mighty. I bet most of this money is probably Dad's, right? You barely earn anything yourself, so don't talk about it like it's yours. You're the one acting high and mighty. You don't even know anything, so stop talking like that, please. Ugh, you're so annoying. I'll be fine with just Dad, so why don't you leave us already? I want to, but circumstances are preventing me from doing so. I don't get it. Well, if Dad dumped you, I guess you'd have nowhere else to go. You just want to leech off him, right? Oh well, whatever. Luckily, there's money when I come back after so long. I'm hanging out with friends right now. I'll go shopping with this money and have a nice lunch. Cut it out already. I told you it's not yours. Don't make me repeat myself. It's our money. Give it back now. You're an adult now, so stop this nonsense. Geez, you're so annoying, old lady. And stop acting like a mother to me, okay? I only see you as a leech on Dad anyway. This is his money, so I'll just tell him to give it to me. Stop interfering. If you don't want to hear me nagging, then return it quickly. God, you're so persistent. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna return it because it was given to me, okay? If you didn't want it to be used, then why didn't you just hide it somewhere I couldn't find it? You're way too careless. Talking to you is pointless. You're just like your dad, really. Huh? Did you say something? Anyway, I have no intention of returning it, and I don't want to be bothered anymore while I'm with my friends. Fine. Bye then. Mary took money from my wallet again while I wasn't around.
Oh, she was back? She could have stayed longer.
Huh? Are you listening to me? I'm at my limit.
What? What's up?
I've been saying I want a divorce for a while, right? I've told you multiple times I want you out of this house. Since you won't leave, I'm leaving.
Why are you so worked up all of a sudden?
Gosh, isn't it obvious? Do you realize how many times she has taken money from me? You, as a father, should be scolding her, but you two are doing the same thing. Even though my income should be enough, thanks to you guys, life is hard. I can't take it anymore.
Don't be so upset. It's just something a kid did, right?
A kid? She's already 22, okay? She's almost graduating from college and joining the workforce. It's messed up to just take someone else's money without thinking about it, isn't it? She's just like you know?
Ugh. I get so frustrated talking to you. If you want to leave, then leave.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You keep nagging and rubbing it in. I'll be relieved if you're gone. At least then, I won't have to hear any more bad things about Mary.
Me too. I've had enough of her snide remarks all this time. It's such a relief to think I won't hear them anymore.
But before you go, give me $40,000.
Huh? What are you, crazy? Why should I give you that much money? You're not going to demand alimony, are you? If anything, it should be you who's paying, right?
No, it's not about alimony. Mary's getting married. She's planning a wedding after she graduates from college.
Okay, and?
She says she needs at least $40,000 for the wedding and honeymoon. I don't have any savings, you know. But as a father, I want to contribute at least that much.
Don't you guys realize you're saying something ridiculous? If she doesn't have money, she shouldn't be having a wedding and just skip the honeymoon. You too, saying you want to contribute as a father when you're broke? Who do you think you are?
I get it. This is the last time. Help me out just this once.
I helped out when it was for tuition, thinking it was the last time. But you never agreed to divorce, let alone showed any gratitude.
Come on, seriously. I did show gratitude. Thank you so much.
It's easy to say it out loud, huh? I can tell from your attitude and actions that you haven't been grateful. So, I'm not paying 40,000.
Come on, what should I do then? I won't sign the divorce papers. Is that what you want?
Obviously not. I can't give you the money, but I can lend it to you.
Really?
But there are conditions. You have to promise to pay it back, and for that, you'll have to sign a loan agreement. If you're okay with that, then I'll lend it to you.
All right, got it. So lend it to me. Oh, and you better come to the wedding.
Why? We're getting divorced.
It'll be weird if there's no mom at the wedding, right? Think of it as your final mom duty and come to the ceremony.
Fine, but this is really the last time. You must know by now, but I can't stand you, old lady. I'm getting married to the love of my life today, and with a growing family, I don't need an old woman like you. Having Dad around is enough for me. I get it, Mary. You hate me. But what exactly are you trying to say? Once the wedding's over, I'm kicking you out of my life. This is a declaration of cutting ties. Cutting ties? Yep. It's weird if you didn't attend my wedding, so I'll let you come. After that, no more contact between us. Thought I'd let you know in advance. Got it. Then I won't bother coming to the wedding today. Were you even listening to me? It's weird not to have you at the wedding, you know? I said I'd let you be a mom until today. First of all, I'm not your mom from the start. I'm not even obliged to attend the wedding. What are you talking about? Stop messing around. You better not be serious about not coming. Well, I'm planning not to. I wouldn't know what to say to my husband and in-laws about that. Just get ready quickly and make sure you come. You can't just bail on your daughter's wedding day. That's ridiculous. I don't have a daughter. That's it. I've been thinking I won't need you after today anyway, so I'm cutting you off right now. Sure, no problem. We weren't even biologically related from the start. What? You're my ex-husband's child from his previous marriage. You're not my daughter. Didn't he tell you? Huh? No, he didn't. And what do you mean by ex-husband? Please don't tell me you guys got divorced already. We filed for divorce 5 months ago. You're kidding, right? Why didn't you tell me? I don't know what your dad's intentions were for not telling you, but you should know it wasn't up to me, right? We barely had any private conversations anyway. So, you're not my mom anymore? Like I said earlier, even before the divorce filing, I was never your mom. Once the divorce is finalized, we're complete strangers on paper too. But even if we're not blood related, isn't a daughter still something precious? You're hilarious for saying that. I tried my best to think of you as my daughter in the beginning. But even though you were going through teen rebellion, the hurtful words you threw at me over and over again, they cut deep into my heart. Even now that you're mature, you keep telling me not to act like your mom or call me old lady. You have no idea how hard that was for me. I'm separated from your dad now. Just as you don't think of me as your mom, I don't think of you as my daughter either. Or rather, our bond has been severed. Your dad asked me to attend the wedding as the last mom duty. I was planning to come because of that, but I don't see the point now after your declaration. Oh no, I went too far earlier. Come to the wedding, please. I'll come pick you up. It'd be pointless for you to go to the house. I don't live there anymore. I moved out when we got separated 5 months ago. Oh no, so Dad's living alone there now? Who knows? He might be struggling to pay the mortgage and has put it on the market already. What do you mean he can't pay the mortgage? Is his income that bad? Bad? Try non-existent. He's been unemployed for years. No way, you're kidding, right? I wish I was. Until I left, I was the one paying the mortgage and bills. Even though he didn't earn a single penny, he's reckless with money. And whenever you popped by, you'd help yourself to cash from my wallet. No matter how much I earned, life just kept getting harder. You two are seriously cut from the same cloth. I had no idea. Well, let's just forget about it now. Anyway, I'm not coming to the wedding today. Come on, I'm begging you, please come. Why? You were planning to cut ties with me after today anyway, right? You hate me after all, so what's the deal? Worried the wedding won't look good without a mom there? Well, I'm not interested in being used. It's not like that. You don't have to be so spiteful on your daughter's big day. Don't make me repeat. I do not have a daughter. Oh yeah, since this is a good opportunity, I'll mention it. Make sure you pay back the $40,000 I lent you for the wedding expenses on time. Huh? 40,000? I don't know anything about that. Stop making up things. I have a loan agreement, so don't even try to deny it. You're kidding, right? You didn't forge it, did you? How rude. I'm not you guys, so I wouldn't do such a thing. Your dad was insistent on borrowing the money. I lent it under your name. My name? I had no clue about any of this. But your signature's there. I'm serious. He did it without telling me. It's definitely yours, though. Not knowing won't cut it when there's your signature on the document. Don't you seriously remember signing it? Come to think of it, he told me to sign some documents for the wedding or something like that. But I had no idea it was to borrow $40,000 from you. You should have double-checked before signing. It's a good lesson learned. He shouldn't be tricking you like that, though. Either way, it's a fact that I lent $40,000, so you better pay it back. Since the deadline is approaching, I'm glad I brought it up today. What are you saying? There's no way I can repay that. Besides, my husband and his parents covered the wedding expenses. I never received any money from Dad. He claimed he was covering the costs of your wedding and honeymoon. Such a terrible father, tricking his own daughter out of money. Well, I don't care how it was used. Since you borrowed it, you better pay it back. Hold on, Mom! Huh? I'm telling you I'm not your mom. Besides, you never called me Mom before. So what's with the sudden change of heart? Trying to suck up to me now won't make your debt disappear. We've been living as a family all this time, and you don't have an ounce of compassion for Dad and me? None whatsoever. Especially after you grew up. Life was hell every day. I regret not leaving sooner. He quit his job and lounged around the house all day. He didn't even help with chores and spent money like water. On top of that, his daughter was always sarcastic. And every time she came back, money went missing. Do you think I'd have any compassion for you two after all that? But it's my wedding day, you know. Don't you think it's awful to ask me to return $40,000 at this time? I wasn't planning on bringing this up today, but you declared we're cutting ties. So I thought I'd let you know before that happens. You definitely gave Dad $40,000, right? That's right. I transferred it into his account. I can even show you the transaction details if you want. So where's that money now? I'm pretty sure your beloved dad has it. You adore him, but he's not the person you thought he was. Too bad. Help me, Mom! I can't afford to pay such a huge sum. What should I do? I've said it before, but we're strangers now. Rely on your favorite dad or your husband. Why don't you think for yourself for once? I'm not coming, but enjoy your wedding. Wait, Mom! Please, come to the wedding! Mom? Mom, listen to me, please. You again? Stop contacting me over and over. Did the reception just finish? You shouldn't have time to text me. Well, the thing is, the wedding got called off halfway through. Oh? What happened? I suppose asking him why he kept a secret about us and where the money he borrowed from you went might have upset him. He got wasted and started acting out. He used to be an alcoholic, you know. What? When? After quitting his job, he had nothing to do, so he started drinking all the time, even though he had no money. He ended up addicted. Without booze, he'd get all irritable and restless. It was a nightmare. Oh no! Your husband's family must be livid that the reception got called off midway. Totally! Not only that, but the whole marriage is likely off the table now. What should I do? Mom, can't you do something? Talk to them for me. I'm not your mom, so I can't help you. Besides, why are you contacting me now? Your dad was your only parent all this time. You never relied on me once. And now, you're only reaching out when you need something? When you were about to enter college, I was already talking about divorcing him. He asked me to wait until you graduated. He said he couldn't afford to pay for your expenses, so he begged me to pay instead. I covered everything related to you. And what did I get in return? Just insults and complaints. I've had enough. I've done everything I can. You're a working adult now, and I won't be lending a hand anymore. I didn't know about any of that. If this marriage falls through, I'll have nowhere to go. Oh, right. Let me stay at your place. Absolutely not. How many times do I have to say it? We are strangers. I'm busy with some work. I don't want to deal with you anymore. I'm blocking you. Just wait. Listen. Bye. Take care. I blocked Mary right away. From what I've heard through the grapevine, her intuition was spot on about her marriage. It ended up falling through. She wanted to reach out to me, but she was blocked and didn't know where I lived. She could do nothing but lament. When she went to see her dad, he had already sold the house, and no one knew where he had gone since the wedding day. All that's left now is a massive pile of debt and unpaid loans. It's going to be tough from here on out, but honestly, it's a consequence of her own actions. I hope she takes this as a learning experience and becomes someone who can consider other people's feelings.
I'm sorry to bother you on such short notice, but there's a friend of mine who is usually too busy to see me. They invited me on a trip and I said yes. So, can you take care of Daisy? What? What do you mean take care of Daisy? You said you'd take care of her. I did say that, but I don't have a choice, do I? I have my own social life, you know. I'm going out of town too, so it's the same as you. What part of this is the same? I'm going on a business trip. I'm not just going out to have some fun. I'm going on a business trip and I won't be home until next week. I asked you to take care of Daisy and you agreed. I thought it'd be fine. Everyone has certain plans, don't they? Huh? Don't change the subject. What are you gonna do about Daisy? There's no problem. She was running a fever, so I put her out of the balcony. Now her temperature will go down after a while, so we don't have to worry about it, right? You're kidding, right? No, it's not a joke. I'm serious. She had a fever, so I thought I'd cool her down with a natural cooling solution. I'm a genius, right? You can't do that. Do you know what temperature it is outside right now? Come on, I don't know. I know it's cold, but wow, calm down. It's close to freezing. I'm sure it'll be fine. Kids are strong. They wear short sleeves and shorts even in the middle of winter, right? So it's fine. Daisy is only 1 year old. How can she be fine? Put her back in her room right away. I can't. I'm already in the car with my friend driving. We've already been driving for an hour, and now you want me to ask him to go back home? That's impossible. If you're so worried about it, you go home. I'm in Toronto right now. Even if I got on the plane right now, it would take me 2.5 hours to get there. She'd be fine on her own for that long, wouldn't she? What are you talking about? If she doesn't warm up right now, her life will be in danger. You're overreacting. You went on a business trip and I haven't fed her for 3 days and she's alive. Kids are stronger than you think. Huh? Why didn't you feed her? Because you have to feed her baby food or something, right? I don't know anything about that. That's why I made it for you. I made it so all you have to do was heat it up in the microwave. I even explained to you how long it takes to heat it up. Did you? I asked you by text if it was all eaten. And you replied, yes, it was. That means I ate it. What? I said I had a toothache lately. I thought that's why you prepared soft food for me. That can't be true. There's no way you could have mistaken baby food for adult food. I did put a note on the table saying it was Daisy's food, didn't I? Yes, you did put a note on it. But that means there's no food for me. You don't work, so you can at least prepare your own food. If you say that, Daisy doesn't work either. You should let her prepare her own food. Huh? Have you lost your mind? You know what a 1-year-old can and can't do. Calm down. I used to have a parakeet. I didn't have to feed it for almost a week and it survived. So I'm sure she'll be fine for a few more days. Huh? Don't put Daisy and a parrot in the same category. That's enough. It was stupid of me to leave you in charge. Huh? I'll explain the situation to my boss and ask him to let me go home right now. Yeah, why didn't you just do that from the beginning? You're no longer needed. Why don't you just stay with your friends? Wait a minute. You're not thinking about divorce, are you? Then what? That's the least I should do. I'm in trouble. I don't have a job. So what? Don't treat me like I'm an ATM. I don't have time for you anymore. Wait a minute. I'm not getting a divorce. After everything you've done, how could you not think you're getting divorced? What? Scum. My name is Melissa. I have a family of 3 with my husband, who is a scumbag, Kevin, and 1-year-old Daisy. Kevin suddenly quit his job 6 months ago and promised to look for a new job right away. But he never seems to be looking for a new job. He has been playing all the time. If only he would take an active role in housework and childcare. But he keeps eating and using up all the food. He is making me work even harder. I've been thinking about divorce for a while, but I have a daughter, and I had a faint hope that he would change someday. I was really hoping that. This incident has made it clear to me that this was a mistake. I don't intend to continue our married life. But my first priority right now is my daughter. Even if I got my boss's permission to go to the airport right now, it would take me 3 hours to get home. If I don't rescue my daughter from the balcony right now, I decided to contact someone. And then I found out something unbelievable. Thank you so much for rescuing my daughter.
No problem. We have daughters the same age as each other, and when we are in trouble, it's natural, right? We're in the same apartment next door to each other, and you can always count on me.
I'm glad we exchanged contact information. Thank you so much for taking care of it so quickly.
You asked the landlord to unlock the door. I'm so thankful you thought to contact him.
Yes, thanks also to the landlord who was able to help us even though it was at night. I'll be sure to thank him later.
By the way, about Daisy,
you called an ambulance and went to the hospital with her. I'm sorry for everything.
I don't want you to apologize. I saw the doctor earlier, but she's in critical condition.
Oh no!
She's got a cold, and she's had her body cool down too quickly.
She's very weak.
She was malnourished too. The doctor was very surprised.
Will she recover?
So far, I can't say, but she hasn't regained consciousness yet.
Are you serious?
I wish I could tell you it's not true, but I'm so sorry I couldn't do anything.
That's okay. If it weren't for you, the situation would have been even worse.
All I can do is pray for her to regain consciousness. I would absolutely hate to see such a good girl die.
Thanks. I'm on my way to the airport right now. It'll take me about 3 hours to get to the hospital. I'm really sorry, but can I ask Daisy to stay with you until then?
Of course, I will.
Thank you. Of course, I'll make it up to you.
I don't need that. Daisy is such a sweet girl. I'm with her because I don't want to leave her by herself. But how did this happen?
Actually, I asked my husband to take care of our daughter while I was on a business trip. He left Daisy on the balcony when she was sick. Then he went on a trip. My husband ate all the food I had prepared for Daisy.
What? He ate the baby food?
It sounds crazy, doesn't it?
And to leave the child behind and travel. I mean, Melissa, you were on a business trip. Since when?
Since the day before yesterday.
I see. So that's how it is. I was thinking something is strange. So that voice wasn't Melissa's.
What are you talking about?
Well, maybe it's better not to ask now with Daisy here.
Tell me. But I feel like I have to know now.
I understand. Actually, for the past 2 days, I've been hearing voices coming from your apartment.
What kind of voices? Well, it's hard to say, but it sounded like two people having sex. Okay. The apartment where we live is relatively new and the walls are solid, right? So I've never been bothered by it before. But the last 2 days, the voices were so loud that I was surprised. That loud? Yes, that's right. Seriously, it was so loud that it blocked out the sound of my TV. That means he must have had a woman in there with him. You should have called me right away. Because, I thought it was suspicious too. I was trying to convince myself that it was Melissa. You're right. I'm really sorry for making you feel bad. So, he left Daisy alone and flirted with a girl. That's really unbelievable. He's a scumbag. I'm really mad too. When I was single, I was naive and I dated a few scumbags. But never this much of a scumbag. Come to think of it, when Daisy was left on the balcony, didn't you hear her crying or something? No, she was already limp and weak when I came to get her. I don't think she had the energy to cry. I see. I don't mean to blame you, but why did you entrust Daisy to someone like that? I don't know your husband very well. Has he been like that since Daisy was born? He seemed really happy when Daisy was born. He said, let's protect her together. But 6 months ago, my husband suddenly quit his job and became unemployed. He changed from then on. He's been leaving Daisy to me. I'm the only one who earns enough money for the 3 of us to survive. I have to go on a business trip to earn money to make ends meet. Are you the kind of person who couldn't ask your parents or anyone else for help? Both of my parents' homes are far out of state. So I was thinking of refusing the business trip. But my husband promised to take good care of her. I believed him. He's her father, after all. You'd think he'd at least take care of his child. My ex was a scumbag in his own way, but he never put his children in danger. I wanted to believe that he had love for our daughter. I understand. Oh, Daisy woke up! Really? I just called the doctor. She regained consciousness, so she's fine now. I think she's waiting for you. I'm so glad. Thanks to you. Actually, I couldn't stop crying all the way to the airport. I want to run over right now and give Daisy a huge hug. Daisy did a great job with her tiny body. When you see her, give her a lot of kisses. I'll hug her and kiss her so much. She'll be so happy to see you. I know. I'll be landing soon, so I'm heading straight to the hospital. See you soon. Okay, take care. Has Daisy's fever gone down? With freezing cold weather, you left Daisy on the balcony, and now you're pretending to be worried about her. It wasn't just a fever, she was so cold. Which means that thanks to me, the fever has gone down. I knew it. Nature's medicine is awesome. Are you serious? You put her in a very dangerous situation. If it had been a little later, she would have died. Oh, really? I was going to leave today, but things got so hectic that I'm going back to my friend's place for one more night. That's all I wanted to say. Oh, right. You don't have to come back ever. What? Why? What are you so angry about? Come on, get back in a good mood. I almost lost Daisy because of you. It's not about my mood. Daisy's alive, right? Then why don't you let it go? See? I told ya. Kids are strong. You care too much. Stop thinking you're right. Children can lose their lives so easily. What you did is the same as a criminal. You're really overreacting. I was traveling. I bought you a souvenir. Put yourself in a good mood. I don't want that, so pay me $30,000 alimony and I get a divorce. Huh? You're cheating on me, aren't you? Of course not. Then, what are you doing with who now? What? I'm relaxing at a friend's house. You're tired from your trip. You should relax once in a while. Once in a while? How can you say that when you haven't worked for 6 months? It's no use trying to fool me. She's from Connecticut, right? Huh? It's no use trying to lie to me. You took a trip with her and now you're at her house, right? What? You're looking from somewhere? I've hired a private detective. They know everything you do. Why would you do such a thing? They told me you were bringing girls into the house. My mom friend who lives next door told me. You're kidding. Which one? Left. Left? Could it be that cheap-looking woman? You exchanged contacts with her. Yeah, our kids are the same age, so we hit it off. We've been friends since we moved here. She's not the most respectable-looking woman, but she's a nice person who's always helping me out and taking good care of Daisy. How is it possible? I didn't know that girl had a kid. She wears a lot of makeup and brand-name stuff all the time. She definitely doesn't seem to like kids or anything. Looks can be deceiving. By the way, it was the neighbor mom who saved Daisy. If it wasn't for her, Daisy might not have made it. I can't thank her enough. But why did she... How did she know I was bringing a woman into the house? I made sure there were no one around when I went into the room. Because you guys were so loud. Sounds like you guys were having a lot of fun. Oh my God. I knew you were out of town on a business trip, so I didn't worry. I just got carried away. You got carried away? How can you say such a stupid thing after having an affair? And she's not the only one who cheated with you, right? Huh? The woman you're with in Connecticut right now? It's a different woman than the one you brought into the house, isn't it? No, it's not. Because the woman you were having an affair with came to our house the other day. Huh? Why? Seems like you said she could come over any time she wanted because your wife wasn't home. She said she thought you were on an overseas business trip because you talked like that. She was trying to run away, but I caught her and asked her a lot of questions. Looks like she used Daisy's food I had prepared for some kinky sex play too. That's really disgusting. And I asked the detective about it. I heard that there are girls from all over the state. They come to play with when I'm working during the day. One in New York, and today you're in Connecticut. Where the hell are you going tomorrow? New York is for New York girls. Connecticut girls have their good points. Are you stupid? Shut up! I wanted to dream a little too. I used the hookup app. It was hard work meeting my girlfriends at each location. That's bullshit. You've been cheating on your wife since you've lost your job, and you didn't even look for a job. Listen, there's a reason for that. What's that? I happened to look up at the sky and saw a bird flying freely. I hated myself for what I'd done. I thought to myself, what am I doing at work every day? I don't want to be arguing with my boss or my clients. So I decided to live by instinct. Huh? That's the reason? There's nothing wrong with me. What's bad is human instincts that can't be suppressed even after marriage. No, it's all your fault. Huh? You don't work, you don't take care of your 1-year-old child. You're no better than an insect. You're no better than a slug. You're such a piece of shit, you make me want to vomit. What's the matter? What's wrong with you? Because you keep coming up with these lame excuses, I have to say things I don't want to say, don't I? Are you trying to tell me that the lower half of your body has no personality? You really are a pathetic person, aren't you? You don't have to say all that. I don't care about cheating at this point. But the fact that you put Daisy in danger for such a stupid reason, I'll never forgive you. I don't have a choice. If I take a 1-year-old kid to a girl's place, I'd get dumped. Oh, enough, enough, enough. I know it's not worth talking about. You can go in jail for now. Huh? What you did, it's a crime of abandonment. What's that? Parents have a duty to raise their children. But you left your daughter on the balcony with a high fever without feeding her. Do you really think that's not a crime? I thought it was fine. It was unintentional. That's not possible. You knew what you were doing. You did something that even an adult wouldn't have been able to stand. Especially a 1-year-old wouldn't be okay. But, huh? She wants me to come over right now. Can I just talk to her a minute? Go ahead, go ahead. You're kidding! She pushed me onto her balcony and locked the door. I don't get it. I just asked the detective to negotiate with her, to keep that guy from escaping until the police arrive. I told her, if you lock him on the balcony, I won't sue you for adultery. Huh? The police! I've called the police. I'm sure they'll be there soon. I don't want you to run away or anything by then. Wait a minute! I'm not dressed. In this cold weather, I look like a pervert. And she's gone away. You, do something about it. It's freezing in Connecticut. It's nature's medicine, as you said. You can chill that crazy head of yours. It's cold. It's not good. I'll catch a cold if I don't do something. You did the same thing to Daisy. You're an adult. You can handle it. What? I'm naked. I'm shivering and can't write. Don't worry. The police will be there soon. Good luck. Help! A few minutes later, Kevin was found rattling and shaking on the balcony. The police arrested him. And as it was, he was charged with abandonment of a person responsible for the protection of children. He was given a 2-year grace period. With the help of a lawyer, the divorce was finalized immediately. Of course, I had custody of our child. I'll never let Daisy see that man again. I demanded $30,000 in alimony and $100,000 in child support. Kevin, who has been playing with women for 6 months without working, has no savings. He has nothing. When I talked to my parents-in-law about it, they promised me that they would get him a strict job through their connections. My father-in-law promised me that he would make sure that I would get the money. He's a very strict man. I'm sure he will have a very hard life ahead of him. By the way, there are girlfriends from each state. Except for the one in New York who came to our house, they didn't know that my husband was married. I can only say that it is really scum to hide the fact that he is married and go out with girls. I demanded $20,000 in alimony only from the girlfriend in New York. She realized that she couldn't get out of it, so she immediately transferred the money to me. Daisy is now completely fine. Emily decided to throw a party to celebrate her recovery. It's really reassuring to have her so close by. I'm glad I divorced such a lousy man. I hope Daisy will not be lonely. I want to continue to give Daisy lots of love and affection. Katrina, is this a good time? Hey, big brother. It's okay. I just got home from work. You're busy as ever. Well, yeah, but I like my job. I never get tired of working. I see. I wanted to confirm something about my wedding. You will attend as planned, right? Of course. Will you be able to work around it? I'll be fine. It's my brother's big day. I'd be there no matter what. Great. I'll send you a plane ticket to Hawaii. You'll send me a plane ticket to Hawaii? Yeah. Sabrina and I decided that we'll arrange the tickets for our families. We talked it over and that's what we decided to do. I see. That's great. Well, I've always traveled by car. I don't know much about airplanes. I leave it all to her. You've never been out of the state, have you? That's right. This trip to Hawaii will be my first outside of Oregon trip. Oh, that's right. I'm sure you'll like Hawaii. You love Hawaii, right? I'm looking forward to it too. I'll be in touch then. Okay.
Good evening, Katrina. We've never texted before, have we? Is this a good time?
Good evening, Sabrina. What's up?
There's something I didn't get a chance to ask you about when we met the other day. I thought I'd check with you directly.
What? What is it?
I heard from Harry. He said you only graduated from high school.
Yes, that's right. I did.
I thought he was joking, but it turns out to be true.
Is there a problem?
I'll make it clear before Harry and I get married. Everyone in my family is highly educated.
Okay, so?
I went to a well-known private university. My parents and grandparents all graduate from top universities, and they all work for big companies.
I see.
Oh, you're not responding very well. Why don't you react more honestly? Like, that's great, or I'm jealous.
Oh, yes, that's great.
Oh, this sucks. That's why you undereducate people.
Huh?
Well, okay. Your brother Harry also graduated from a prestigious national university.
Yes, he did.
Katrina, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I'm sorry. I don't understand.
I guess people with low academic backgrounds aren't good at reading between the lines.
Is there a problem? Harry often praises you as an excellent sister. I have no idea what's so excellent about you. You're only high school graduate and on the losing side of life. I don't consider myself a loser. Okay. Maybe it's because you live in a small world. You don't even know you're low class. What the? Well, that's enough for today. See you later. Katrina, I heard from Dad. He said you didn't get a ticket to Hawaii, so you had to get them for yourself. Oh, Harry. He said you booked the hotel by yourself too. Actually, that's what happened. Sorry. When I checked with Sabrina, she said she thought you weren't gonna come. She said she didn't book the flight and the hotel for you, so I was surprised. I thought I told Sabrina that you were gonna attend the wedding. It was my fault for leaving everything up to her. I'm really sorry. Don't worry. I got the hotel and the plane without a problem. I'm glad you made it in time. I really can't believe this. I don't know what I would do if you weren't there. I don't know what Sabrina misunderstood. I'm sure she was busy preparing for the wedding. I wish I'd known sooner, but I've been so busy with work that I forgot all about it. You're gonna be on a different plane from Mom and Dad, right? Yes, I'll take a later flight. Will you be able to make it in time for the wedding? Well, it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be a little tough, but I'm used to getting around town, so I'll be fine. I see. You've been to Hawaii a lot for work. But I'll pay for all the expenses, so make sure to tell me exactly how much it cost. No. I can pay for it myself. That's not gonna happen. I'm supposed to make arrangements for my family. Then I guess I'll take you up on that. I'll bill you later. I'm really sorry. I invited you and now you have to deal with this. It's okay. It happens. It's just... I'm a little worried about something. What's wrong? Is it really okay if I go to the wedding? Huh? Why? It's probably just a coincidence that she forgot to arrange flights and hotels. She doesn't seem to think very highly of me. That's not true. Sabrina was happy to have a pretty little sister, you know. I'm sure she's looking forward to seeing you at the wedding this time, too. I hope so. Did Sabrina say something to you by any chance? Sort of. She seems to be stuck on the fact that I only graduated from high school. Just because you only graduated from high school doesn't mean it's a problem. Perhaps you care too much about it. Sabrina never talked about your educational background. Oh, really? Then I won't worry too much about it. Good. Well then, I'll see you on the wedding day. I'll see you there. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, Katrina! I just glanced at the reception desk and saw you there. Sabrina, I'm so glad I made it in time for the ceremony. I flew separately from my parents. It looks like I got here before them. Why are you coming to our wedding, Katrina? Excuse me? I don't know how to reply to that. I came because my brother invited me. I'm telling you, there's no seat for you, okay? Huh? What do you mean? As a family, I'm supposed to be at my brother's wedding. You know what? Why are you trying to be my family? I didn't invite you because I don't like you. Say what? Then perhaps the reason my plane ticket and hotel weren't prepared is because... I just wasn't planning to do it from the start, you know? And yet, you just went ahead and made an arrangement yourself. I was so surprised at how out of line you are. But, well, it can't be helped. You only graduated from high school and didn't have a proper education. I guess you don't know what common sense is. Harry seems to want to cut you off from the family. I understand exactly how he feels. Huh? My brother wants to cut me off? Yes. Did he really say that? He didn't actually say it in those words. When he proposed to me, he said, "Please be my family." That means that he and you won't be family anymore, right? Huh? What part of that statement leads to you cutting ties with me? Just because my brother is going to become family with you, there's no need to cut off ties with me, right? This is why I have trouble with poorly educated people with low comprehension. Huh? Harry's being kind, so he just didn't say it out loud. In his heart, he wants to get rid of you. I think that's a pretty bold assumption. What's so bold about it? Unlike you, I'm smart enough to know what Harry is thinking. I understand very well that you don't like me. There's no way my brother would cut off ties with me. He's not gonna turn me away after I came all the way to Hawaii. I can understand why you would long to come to Hawaii. It's your first time traveling outside your own city, right? But, like I said before, we are an educated family. If someone from the bottom of the barrel like you were at our wedding, you'd look out of place. Oh, I'm bottom of the barrel, huh? I beg you, get the hell out of the wedding hall. If you still want to stay in Hawaii, go sightseeing by yourself. I see. I understand. I see you finally understand your position. You're not family to us. You're a stranger. Frankly, I don't even want to look at you. Please don't ever show your face in front of us again. I think you're gonna regret this. Huh? No, it's nothing. Well, I'm just going wander around town and then I'll be on my way. Yes, please do that. Katrina, I got a call at the airport telling me you've arrived and you're already at the wedding venue, right? I can't find you anywhere. Where the hell are you? Harry, I went to the reception earlier, but it doesn't look like there's a seat for me, so I'm going home. What? Why isn't there a seat for you? Because I'm not family, apparently. Huh? What are you talking about? You're my precious little sister. The ceremony is starting soon. Hurry up and come back. Have you heard anything from Sabrina yet? Huh? Sabrina? I think Sabrina is just changing into her wedding dress. Well, first ask Sabrina what's going on. After that, you can decide what you want to do. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, I guess I should just ask Sabrina. I'll get right back to you, so just wait a second. Sabrina? I thought you were probably getting dressed, so I texted you. Yes, what is it? I just got a text from Katrina. She came, but there was no seat for her. I asked her why, and she said, because we are not family. Sabrina, do you know anything about this? Please tell me that you didn't make her leave. Oh, Ooh, that! Some nerve, right?
Huh?
Katrina was gonna attend the ceremony even though I didn't invite her. And she went to the trouble of arranging her own flight and hotel. That's a serious lack of common sense.
Wait a minute. Sabrina, you didn't arrange Katrina's flight and hotel because you didn't want her to come in the first place?
That's right. Because she isn't family.
What the hell is that? Katrina is my sister, right? I thought you were looking forward to her being your sister after we got married.
Of course, that wasn't true.
What did you say?
You're praising her so much. I was just going along with you. But deep down, you really dislike her, don't you?
What?
Since you're marrying me, why don't you take this opportunity to break off the family ties?
Oh, come on! What the hell are you talking about?
Well, now that we've successfully gotten Katrina out of the way, let's really enjoy the wedding, shall we?
Seriously? So it was you after all?
Huh? What's wrong, Harry?
I'll text you later.
Harry? Hey, Harry! What's going on? We are about to start. I don't see anyone at the ceremony.
Sabrina, the wedding is cancelled.
What?
I'm breaking off the engagement.
Huh? What's wrong all of a sudden? I mean, where are you, Harry?
I'm in the family waiting room. We are having a discussion with both families.
Discussion?
Yeah. As a result of the discussion, the engagement was called off. We've also decided to cancel the wedding at short notice. Of course, your parents agreed to this decision. I've had them look at the messages between you and Katrina.
Why? I won't be satisfied without knowing why.
Because you tried to exclude one of my family members from the wedding.
Huh? My family? Do you mean Katrina?
That's right.
What are you talking about? Katrina is an outsider, right? You've already cut off your family.
I never said anything about cutting off ties with Katrina.
Harry, I haven't forgotten what you said when you proposed to me. You said, "Will you be my family?" That means you cut off Katrina and chose me, right?
Huh? I don't think there's the slightest element of cutting off Katrina in those words.
Huh? You're wrong.
Could it be that you don't understand English? I'm sure you've had compulsory education at least, right?
That's rude. I graduated from a prestigious university, you know. I'm not on the same level as Katrina, who only graduated from high school in this day and age.
I see. So, you're looking down on her because she only graduated from high school.
Yes, that's it. I can't stand the thought of having such an uneducated woman as a relative. She probably doesn't even have a good job if she only graduated from high school. It's out of the question for her to attend a wedding where the elites are gathered.
Sabrina, I told you this before. The reason we were able to rent this wedding hall for less than usual is thanks to Katrina.
Huh? What's that?
So I guess you weren't listening to me after all.
Wait a minute. What do you mean, thanks to Katrina?
Okay, let me explain one more time. Katrina is the president of a company that imports and sells Hawaiian goods.
President?
That's right.
Even though she only graduated from high school?
You know, there are plenty of people in the world who only graduate from high school and now president of companies.
So you weren't lying when you said Katrina was brilliant? Katrina was a better student than me. Her love for Hawaii got the better of her. She really wanted to open her own Hawaiian goods store, so she started her own business right after graduating from high school. So, Katrina comes to Hawaii often to buy products. She naturally made connections here, and one of them let us use their family's wedding venue at a reasonable price. But you kicked Katrina out of the wedding venue. There's no way we can have a wedding like this.
Harry?
Let's wait till you get back home to discuss this. I'm sorry, but until I get back, I'll arrange another place to stay.
No, wait!
I won't wait. Goodbye.
We'll just have Katrina come back, right? As long as Katrina is here, we can have the ceremony as planned, right? Hey, Harry! Please answer me! I definitely don't want to break off the engagement! Katrina! Come back to the ceremony right now! I'll let you attend the wedding! If you don't, they're gonna break off the engagement! Hey, Katrina! Don't ignore me! I'll treat you as one of my family members! If you come back, everything will be alright! Today's wedding shouldn't have to be cancelled either! Katrina!
Katrina, we've decided to cancel the wedding. Have you been able to talk to her? She didn't seem to understand the cause yet. She seemed unhappy about it, but I got both sides of parents to agree to call off the engagement. I see. Even just now, she sent me all sort of texts trying to keep from having the engagement called off. Sorry, you can block her now. The official end of the engagement will come after we go back home, but you don't need to be involved with Sabrina anymore. Okay, I'll do that. Katrina, I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused you. It was stupid of me not to see through Sabrina's true nature. You came all the way to Hawaii for me, and this is the thanks you get. It's okay. Now I have an excuse to come to Hawaii outside of work. I'm going to relax and have fun, and then I'm going home. Yeah, okay. I'm glad you found out about her true character before the wedding. Yeah, me too. I feel sorry for the guests who came. It's a blessing that we invited almost only our relatives this time. By the way, have you already eaten dinner? If you want, why don't we go out with Father and the others to eat somewhere? I haven't had dinner yet. I'm starving. It's my treat. So, do you know any good places? Okay. But what about Sabrina? Aren't you staying at the same hotel? It's okay. We decided to stay at different hotels. I see. Then I'll look for a restaurant and call you again. Oh, I'm relying on you again, aren't I? It's okay. If it's about Hawaii, you can leave it to me. I got it. Okay, see you later. According to my brother, Sabrina couldn't give up on marrying him. She kept persistently texting him while they were in Hawaii. My brother ignored them and returned home alone. He then got a lawyer and successfully broke off the engagement. At that time, there seemed to be some discussion about compensation, etc. In the end, they settled on Sabrina paying all the expenses for the wedding. However, Sabrina was still not satisfied. She finally stormed into my brother's workplace and went on a rampage, shouting that she wanted to get back together with him. Of course, the police were called immediately and Sabrina was taken away. Since she was no longer in any condition to continue working, she voluntarily resigned from her job. She is now working at a factory owned by an acquaintance of her parents. She works her ass off every day and has some debt that she neglected deducted from her paycheck. I, on the other hand, am doing well with my company. I spend my time commuting back and forth to Hawaii, which I love. My parents think it's time for me to think about getting married. But I have seen my brother go through a difficult time with his marriage. I'm going to live with work as my sole focus for a while.
Mary, are you going to be here next week?
Yeah, Jason took his day off too. We'll be there as we planned.
Good. It's been 6 months since I've seen you guys, so I'm looking forward to it. Are you flying?
No, we'll drive.
What? By car?
Yeah. Jason should have booked the flight. But somehow he didn't get the tickets. So we are driving.
I see. But are you okay? You had really bad car sickness when you were a kid. It's quite a distance. It's gonna be a long drive.
I'm fine. I'll take anti-sickness medicine. Jason said I should just take the medicine and fall asleep like I always do.
I see.
I feel bad for Jason, but I'm going to sleep the whole day. The only problem is where to park. There's only room for one car there.
Ah, don't worry about that. Whenever we have guests to drive up to our house, I ask my neighbor. He should be okay with parking there.
Thanks, that would be great. I'll let Jason know. He was worried about that.
Yeah, give him my best.
I wonder if I should get the driver's license soon. I'm the only one in my class who doesn't have a license at my age.
It's indeed more convenient to get one. I hear that even people with motion sickness are fine when driving alone.
I'm really bad at directions. I'm not confident driving a car.
Well, if you can usually get around by train or bus, you don't have to rush to get a driver's license. And you have a reliable husband.
That's true. Jason seems to like driving. Well, I'll think about the driver's license later. I'll see you next week.
Your mom and I will be waiting for you. See you soon. Mary? Where are you? It's already 5 p.m. You're coming today, right? Mary? You always let us know when you were about to get here. What's going on? Maybe you're sleeping in the car. Let us know when you are up, okay? Mom is worried about you too. I'll text Jason. Hi, Jason. I'm sorry to bother you while you're driving. Can you tell me where you are? Mary told us you guys will be here around noon. My wife and I were worried. I've tried calling her on the phone, but maybe she's sleeping? I'd appreciate it if you could reply soon. Hello, James. Hi, Jason. Thanks for your reply. Are you okay to drive? I'm not driving now. What's going on? I tried to contact Mary, but she has been waiting to reply for a long time. I thought something might be wrong. Huh? Isn't she there yet? What? I thought you guys were driving. Is she not with you? I just dropped her off at the airport. I'm not heading that way. Yes, she was flying there. She told me you couldn't get tickets. And you guys were driving down this time. Mary doesn't have a driver's license. Ah, I see. Unfortunately, I've got a business trip. I'll be using the car, so I asked her to go to by herself. Business trip? Didn't you have days off? Well, my company does these things. My boss would call me in whether it was my day off or not. I managed to get one seat for Mary. I'm sorry I couldn't make it. Well, that can't be helped. I thought Mary had contacted you. I should have let you know too. No, you don't have to worry about it. It's possible that Mary just forgot to mention it. Her plane should have landed many hours ago, though. It's weird that I haven't heard from her. It's not like she could overslept. Maybe she took the wrong plane? No, that can't be right. There's no way she could have taken the wrong airplane. I know. I'll try to contact Mary. If you hear from her, let me know. If I hear from her first, I'll let you know too. Right, okay. Jason, I found out where Mary was. She was hit by a car in Charleston and was rushed to the hospital. She's at South Charleston Hospital. But why in Charleston? It's a long way from your house. It's in the other direction from my house too. Why was she hit by a car when she was supposed to fly from Jacksonville? Well, the details don't matter right now. I'm on my way to South Charleston Hospital. Please head to the hospital immediately.
Dad, I'm sorry I haven't been in touch with you. I got in an accident.
Mary! I was so surprised to get a call from the police.
I'm fine. I'm sorry for worrying you.
No, I'm just glad you're okay. It sounds like your life is not in danger.
Dad, you're on your way over here now, right?
Yes, I'm on the plane with your mom. We should be there in about 20 minutes. So just wait for us.
Thanks, Dad.
By the way, how's your injury?
I broke my leg. I have to stay in the hospital for a while.
Well...
The driver of the car called an ambulance right away. They're good people. So please don't raise your voice when you talk to them.
I understand. But I have some questions. Why are you in Charleston? Jason told me you were on a plane.
He left me.
He left you?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
it's a lie that I was on a plane. He was supposed to drive me there.
I know.
I'll tell you the details when you get to the hospital.
Okay.
Bye. Take care.
Jason? I haven't heard from you since then. Have you been able to get in touch with Mary? What? Yes. Sorry. I've been busy with work. I haven't heard from Mary at all. Where is she? Did you hear from her? You were lying. What is it all of a sudden? Where are you right now? I'm at the hotel on a business trip. Business trip? Don't lie. What? You're on a trip with someone. You put Mary in the car and pretended to head this way. But you went to Charleston, where you were supposed to meet up with a lady. Mary took some pills for motion sickness. She fell asleep right away. When you guys arrived at Charleston and dragged her out of the car, then you let your girlfriend sit on the passenger seat. You left Mary there and went on a trip with someone else. Wow, I didn't think you knew that much. I don't know where you got this information, but I'm so sorry. I thought it was going to work out. Do you admit what you did? Well, I had no choice. Mary got in the way, so I dumped her on the side of the road. I didn't think you would find this out so soon, though. She doesn't have any money with her. She's probably in trouble right now. What have you done to my daughter? I'll never forgive you. Huh? There's nothing you can do. I took away her wallet and phone. She can't call for help, nor can she stay in the hotel. I guess she'll have to camp out. Camp out? What are you talking about? Mary is with me right now. Huh? Why? How did you... Mary doesn't have a phone. She shouldn't be able to contact anyone. That's too bad. This was a real blessing, though. You took her old phone. Huh? She got a new phone just the other day. She kept the old one to transfer everything later. She decided to do that while she was with us. Her new phone was in her jacket pocket. You didn't take it away from her. Seriously? That's why no one contacted Mary's phone. She was not using this one. It's too late to find out now. Damn it! This isn't cool. Treat me with a phone that doesn't work. So, is she at your place now? No, she's at the hospital. What? Hospital? Didn't you see the message I sent? Huh? Take another look. Then we'll talk. I saw it. Was Mary hit by a car in Charleston? No wonder you guys find her so soon. She's in the hospital now. I wanted to buy some time while I'm on vacation. Do you care about your vacation more than your wife? You're such an annoying jerk. It can be helped. I found someone more important than Mary. To be honest, Mary was in the way. I was going to take a vacation with my girlfriend, but then she started talking about visiting you guys. Then why didn't you just let her go alone? Why did you take her to Charleston? I just wanted to play a prank on her. Mary has no sense of direction, right? If I left her there, she wouldn't be able to come home for a while. I thought I could enjoy a relaxing trip with my girlfriend. That's disgusting. You're a jerk. Yes. I'm sorry I'm such a jerk. You don't care, huh? Aren't you apologizing to Mary? No, I want her to apologize to me. Huh? It's her fault for carrying around an old phone. If she didn't, I wouldn't get in trouble with you. Well, I don't care what you say. You don't know where I am now anyway. What if I said I do? Huh? You're at Waterway Spa, about 10 miles from Charleston. What? The bag you took from Mary has a GPS. I guess you didn't notice. A GPS? She was always getting lost because she had no sense of direction. I used to make her wear a GPS in her bag whenever she went out alone. As an adult, I don't worry about her getting lost anymore. But she thought it's still a good idea to make sure she doesn't leave it behind. So she kept it. Besides, that spot is owned by my brother. Your brother? You and Mary were in the same dorm in college. You guys went there for a graduation trip, right? Do you remember who was the organizer of that trip? Mary? Yes. Seriously? So, I'm going to your room now. That's a bit... You can't come here now. My girlfriend will be surprised. I'm not the only one who's going there. What? Your father will be there too. My dad? How did you... I caught him. He's even more angry than I am. I guess it's no wonder his son is such a jerk. Hey! Well, prepare yourself. Hey, look what you did. My dad took me back to my parents' house. I'm under his supervision now. I can't do anything I want anymore. Don't you realize what you've done? Mary is okay after all, right? I can't go on a vacation. I can't even go out to eat with her anymore. Are you two still dating? Isn't that bad? I'm breaking up with Mary. I can go out with anyone I want. I see. Then, are you ready to pay alimony? Yes, I'll pay. My girlfriend's family is rich. They'll pay for anything you say. Well, I think your girlfriend is Ashley, right? Do you know her? I heard you and Mary were also in the same dorm. That's right. I was after her to begin with. But she's beautiful and popular, so she always had a boyfriend. I thought Mary was not the best, but good enough. But recently, Ashley broke up with her boyfriend, and I finally got my chance. A chance to marry a beautiful woman whose family has a lot of money. I don't care if she's beautiful, but I heard she lied about her family. What? A lie? Her father is an executive at a big company, and her mother is a doctor. Her father works at the fast food restaurant, and her mother works part-time at the supermarket. That can't be true. Mary used to be in the same dorm, so she knows her well. I heard she was not popular among the girls. She was the kind of girl who would lie to get guys to like her. What? But she always wore expensive clothes, and all her belongings were brand name items. She must be from a wealthy family. She must be taking it pretty hard. Huh? Ask Ashley what she's doing now. I'm sure you'll agree. She works for... She said she's a receptionist for a big company. Are you saying that's a lie too? Yep. Then what does she do? Well, I'm a little afraid to put it into words. I heard she's so much in debt that she has to do that kind of work. Debt? You'll have to pay by yourself. Wait a minute. I don't have that kind of money. Did you spend all the money to look cool for her? Does that mean your wallet and savings are empty? Yes. Please forgive me. I apologize for leaving Mary behind. Apologizing to me won't help. I will apologize to Mary. I'll go to the hospital to visit her. It's too late for you to change your attitude now. I already know who you really are. I don't think Mary will ever forgive you. Please! Our lawyer will contact you soon. James! Well then, goodbye. Mary was left in a trash stand, and she was hit by a car. She was discharged from the hospital 1 month later. While in the hospital, with the help of her lawyer, she was able to proceed with the divorce. I found out later that Jason went to see Mary. there's another thing I found out. It was Ashley's idea to leave Mary in Tristan. She had been seeing Mary as a rival since their college days, and she wanted to steal Jason for a long time. She even planned to leave him behind. Jason and Ashley ended up breaking up. Mary demanded a reasonable amount of compensation from both of them. Ashley did not think deeply about her plan. She was surprised that she was charged so much money. She accepted the lump sum alimony payment, and she has been very busy with more work. Jason's boss found out about his misdeed, and he resigned from his job. After that, his father threw him into a company run by a relative. He also worked several part-time jobs every day to pay off his debts. As for Mary, she has recovered from her injuries and has been able to return to work. My wife and I are thinking of going on a trip to a resort hotel with Mary during our upcoming vacation.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.